Good evening and welcome to our webinar, How to Grow Your Business Using Google Search Ads. It's being brought to you by the Buffalo Niagara chapter of SCORE and by our presenter, SCORE volunteer and entrepreneur, Arba Cooper. I'm SCORE Workshops Coordinator Ted Galantowitz, and I'm pleased to serve again as your host. This session is being recorded, and the recording link will be emailed to all attendees by tomorrow. Also, I'll make available a PDF copy of the presentation slides. All attendee microphones will be muted during this presentation. If and when you have a question, an answer to a question, or a comment during the presentation, please use the chat box. The control for the chat box is found at the bottom of your Zoom screen. The items that you enter in the chat box will be addressed as appropriate during the presentation. And also our presenter will leave time at the end of her presentation for questions. When you use the chat box, please indicate that the message is going to all attendees and panelists. I will be monitoring the chat box during the presentation, as will our presenter. With reference to the chat box, I'm now going to request that all attendees click on the chat box. Please enter your name and your business. And we're doing this because it helps us with confirming attendance. All attendees will be receiving an evaluation form within 48 hours after this presentation. And we're going to ask that when you receive this evaluation form, that you fill it out. You complete it and return it via email. Before introducing our presenter, I'd like to let you know that this webinar is part of SCORE's commitment to promote the success of small business. We do this through local and nationally available training events, one-on-one mentoring, and by providing online informational resources. SCORE is the volunteer arm of the Small Business Administration. And we've got hundreds of chapters and thousands of unpaid volunteers throughout the United States. And by the way, we're always looking for more volunteers. Our Buffalo chapter has about 60 members, and many of them do mentoring. Our mentoring is free and confidential, and most of our educational events also are free. Contact us at buffaloniagara.score.org. And also visit our national website, score.org. And on either of those sites, you can apply for mentoring. You can view national and local workshops, and you can explore numerous business-related resources. Tremendous amount of resources and recorded workshops on both of those sites. Please note that in December, our Buffalo Niagara chapter will be presenting the following webinars. On December the 8th at 9 a.m., we have a webinar scheduled with our national partner, Microsoft. That webinar will discuss Microsoft 365 Cloud Storage Solutions. On December 9th at 6 p.m., we have scheduled a webinar on using Reference USA and other tools to grow your small business. On December the 10th, we are again going to link up with the SCORE chapter in Jacksonville, Florida, to bring you planning and setting goals for 2021. The start time for that event is 9 a.m. That's on December the 10th. And we'll close out the workshop year on December the 16th at 6 p.m. with a webinar on business plans. What are they, and why would I need one? You can register for any of these events at buffaloniagara.score.org. And also, we are in the process of completing our list of webinars for January through March, and that will be on our website within the next week or week and a half. With that, let's get started with our webinar. We're pleased to bring back for another presentation Arba Cooper, who is a SCORE mentor, has been a past president of the Buffalo Niagara chapter, as well as being a small business owner, entrepreneur, and frankly, an all-around delight to work with. Arba, you've got the microphone, you've got the controls. Let's go ahead with the presentation.
Well, thank you, Ted. I always like your introduction. And welcome, everyone. I'm looking at the names and the businesses that are in attendance, and I'm excited, ready to get going. All right, so this is me on a good day. Obviously, I don't have on my webcam because it's not a good day. So I am Arba Cooper. Um, Before I start, let's again do the control panels here. Find on your control panels where there's a way you can raise your hand, and raise your hand if you've heard me present before. Raise your hand, keep your hand up so I can see John. Oh, quite a few. John. Hi, Dan. Dan with the library. Wow. So there's a lot of hands going up that has heard me present before. So you guys are just my fans. But no, I appreciate. So I think I'm learning all this stuff. I think I can lower. So I've lowered the hands. Great. Well, for those of you that have heard me present before, I'm going to build upon the information that I provided in my previous presentations. And for any of you that, if you find that some of the information that I talk about tonight, if you want to get a link to any of my previous presentations, what I'm going to do is share with you now. I put in the chat window my email. So you can request the previous, well, you'd have to be specific. As I go through the presentation, let me know whatever you're interested in. But anyway, so as you see here, I have over 30 years experience in sales and marketing. And in 1996, I started my own home-based printing and desktop publishing while working and raising a family. In 1999, I self-taught myself web design and built hundreds of websites for entrepreneurs, professionals, businesses, and organizations. In 2003, I published a monthly wedding magazine for Atlanta small businesses for 6 years. And as Ted mentioned, I'm a certified mentor, workshop presenter, and was one of the hosts for SCORE Business Radio on Power 96.5. I'm currently a social media strategist for Hearst Media, and I am now a Constant Contact certified solutions partner. Now, I trust that you could all read that on the slide, but many times I read that information because I do see that there is someone that is on the phone. So I always like to make sure that they are included. Okay, so now that I've introduced myself, I'd like to find out a little bit more about you. I know that you all have taken the time to send your information in the chat, but here's what I need to know is raise your hand if you have a physical business location. Okay, I see some hands going, oh, this is good. This is good. Looking like we got about half and half. Seeing, oh, let me read off some names here. So people, I see Jeff, Alyssa, T. Ayers, Edward, Verity, Dan, and James. Okay, I think I've got all that. And I think I can lower all the hands. I'm learning all these neat features. Great. And my next question, what type of business, if you can put this in the chat window, let me know the type of business that you have. Is it product related? Is it service? Let me know specifically, is it a consulting restaurant? Because I know a lot of you have some really neat business names, but that doesn't really tell me what kind of business is it. So if you could just type that in the chat window, make sure you're typing it so that all panelists and attendees can see that. Okay, I see Alyssa is IT service provider, Verity service, transportation and tourism, Edward residential cleaning, T. Ayers, repair and rental. Dan, informational service. Dan is with our Buffalo Public Library. Jeff, let's see, Southern Tier Electric Supply is an electrical wholesale house. James, product services. Darren, expert health and safety consulting, compliance and training company. Edward, nonprofit. Great, because that was going to be my other question. Is anybody out there a nonprofit? And Philip is a jeweler, PGM Jewelers. And please forgive me if I'm pronouncing, because I'm just reading from whatever your screen name is. And this looks like Michelle Neal, maybe. Consulting with attorneys, risk managers, and insurance companies. This is a variety. So this is great. You'll all be able to get some good information from this. Now, again, it looks like Edward said he's nonprofit. And my little joke I always say is that unless you're making money, you're all nonprofit. So I applaud you for coming to these webinars so that you can learn some marketing techniques so that you can make a profit. Okay, my next question, I'm actually going to launch a poll, and let's see. Okay, you should all now see a poll on your screen, and the poll is asking how long have you been in business? Either not started, less than a year, 1 to 2 years, 2 to 5 years, 5+ years. You can go ahead and cast your vote. That will help to give me an idea. I see, James, that you typed it in the chat window. Hopefully you also submit the poll. Looks like most of you have responded. I'll give it a few more seconds and then we'll all be able to see the verity. Let's see. All right, I think I got y'all. And I'm going to share the results. And it looks like it's close with either more than 5 years or 2 to 5 years in the group. And some people did not cast their vote. So that's good to know what the variety is. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing and move on. So Constant Contact has come a long way since they began in 1995 with email marketing. They now serve over 5 million small businesses, nonprofits, and individuals, offering more tools like websites, social media, Google Ads, event marketing, surveys, and polls. Today, we will be talking about how you can successfully use Google Ads to grow your business. I'll start with the basics so you can understand what Google search ads are and how they work. Then I will show you how easy it is to create, maintain, and manage your ads in Constant Contact. Lastly, I'll give you some tips and strategies to help you be successful with your Google Ads. Okay, as you'll find out, I like to be interactive because the thing about webinars is I want to make sure that I'm really talking to people out there. And anyone who's come to any of my face-to-face webinars or workshops, you'll know that I'm very interactive. So my next question, raise your hand if you've searched for anything online in the past week. Look at this. I am not surprised. Every hand went up except my phone caller. Okay, awesome. And let me put down the hands. People are searching online all the time. And when they start searching for a business like yours, you want to show up to increase their chances of them doing business with you. You want to make sure your business shows up at the top of the search to increase the chances of people seeing you and wanting to do business with you. That's where Google Ads comes in, and they are an important online strategy to help you drive traffic to your business. Stats show that 49% of people click on text ads, and 75% of people say paid search ads make finding information easier. Now, those are some great stats, but let's look at a few more. For every $1 spent on Google Ads, businesses earn an average revenue of $2. More than 40% of clicks go to the top 3 paid search ads in the results. 75% of people who find local, helpful information in search results are more likely to visit the physical stores. Now, I'm going to take another poll, and let me go to my next one. Okay, you should all see a new poll on your screen. What do you already know about Google search ads? I have no experience with Google search ads. I have read articles and watched videos or webinars. I have tried a test campaign before. I have spent over $200 on Google search ads. I regularly use Google search ads as part of my marketing strategy. And in this case, it might be more than one that may apply, but choose your best answer. And give it a few more seconds. Looks like I've got quite a few votes. And I'm going to end and share the results. Aha! So the majority of you have no experience with Google search ads. And then there are a few who have regularly used Google search ads. So that's great. You will all find that you'll get some information, some good information in this webinar. All right, stop sharing and close that. All right, so let's talk about what Google search ads are and how they actually work. When someone performs an online search, Google looks at the term or phrase using their algorithms. It returns results that best match what the user was searching for, including paid, let me see here, the paid and organic search results. Paid ads will display at the top, while the organic or natural results will be displayed below based on the relevancy to the search terms. Because paid ads show at the top, this increases the chance of people clicking through and eventually doing business with you. Paid ads really help you to compete online to reach the top of the search results. A good chunk of clicks go to the first 3 paid ads in the search results. Advertisers essentially bid on those search terms that relate to their business or industry. Every time someone performs a search, Google looks at the advertisers and chooses winners to appear in the advertising space at the top of the results. The winners are chosen based on a variety of aspects, such as the relevance of the keywords, landing page, and the quality of that page, as well as the price of the keyword bid. Google Ads work on a pay-per-click basis, so you'll only pay when someone clicks and goes to your website. Google Ads are effective because they allow you to target the right audience through the most relevant keywords and phrases that relate to your business and industry. Plus, you can reach the right audience because you can target them based on their location, which is especially important if you are a local business with a physical location. People who are searching on Google are searching with intent, meaning they're more likely to purchase. You pay on a cost per click basis, which means that you can make the ads work with just about any budget. You can set a daily budget that you won't exceed. These types of ads are flexible, and that's because you can run them whenever you need to. And you have the potential to start getting results as soon as your ad goes live. You don't have to wait a long time like it takes for SEO or search engine optimization. And remember, if you have any questions as I'm going through the presentation, you don't have to wait till the end. You can just type it in the chat window, and as I glance over, I will answer. Because it's much better to answer a question at the time that I'm going through a slide than to wait all the way to the end. I'm really responsive and interactive. Google Ads can be used for almost any type of business or organization. This includes business to consumer companies that have a physical location, such as a restaurant or a store, business to business companies offering products or services, and nonprofit organizations. You can use ads to drive traffic to your website, blog, or landing page to help you accomplish just about any goal. Here are a few examples of some Google ads. This first ad is promoting a limited time menu item. The second ad is promoting the animal shelter by helping people find the right dog for their family and encouraging people to sign up to get a free adoption guide. This third ad is encouraging people to schedule a call so they can get help with their business marketing. When you're ready to start creating your ad, it's important to spend some time planning. Think about your end goal and an action that you want people to take in order to accomplish it. Think about who you specifically want to target for your ad, so you will have the best opportunity to get your message across and encourage them to take the final action you want. Along the same lines of planning, you'll want to think about the budget you want to spend. The business or industry you're in can greatly affect the overall cost, but think about how much you can spend on average for your daily budget. Some days might have better performance and clicks, and others may be lower, but you will never exceed the budget you set over the course of the month. When you use the Google Ads tool in Constant Contact, you only need to focus on setting a budget that you don't want to exceed, because the tool uses artificial intelligence to place competitive bids on the keywords you choose. Now let's look at these three ads with the same suggested daily budget of $15. These are just examples to help show the differences in cost per click and the results you might get with the same budget for different ads. In this first restaurant example, a daily budget of $15 would add up to about $456 per month. Based on the keywords, we might expect somewhere around 50 cents per click, with about 912 total clicks. For the nonprofit example, with the same budget, we could expect about $1.50 per click, with about 304 total clicks. In this last consulting example, we might expect about $1.19 per click, with about 383 total clicks. Now let's look at what results you would need to cover this cost of $456. For the restaurant, if the average order is $25, we would need 19 customers from this ad to cover the cost. That amount of customers might be normal during a lunch rush. Now, if you think about it that way, it makes more sense. For the animal rescue, if the cost for people to adopt a dog is $250, we would need 2 people from that ad to adopt in order to cover the cost. Then in this last example, if the average monthly service cost is $450, then 1 new client would cover the cost of the ad. In these examples, you may not get this number of impressions or clicks, but these would be the numbers you need to hit to cover the cost of the ads. Now, obviously, this doesn't tell the full cost story to get results, but once you think about it like this, it seems a lot more attainable. Now, here's some data to better illustrate, Here's some data to better illustrate what we are talking about with the average cost per click for a few industries. It really varies based on the industry. For example, we can see that the dining and nightlife industry has the lowest cost per click with about $1.30, and those in the law and government industry is the highest at $6.35 per click. Because of the bidding process, the cost per click is different for each keyword, which in turn make the more popular keywords more expensive. In terms of your budget, really think about the value of what it is you're selling or offering. For instance, attorney services are much more expensive than dining at a restaurant. That means you could expect to pay more per click if your services are more expensive. Now, the common question is, what does it cost to run a Google ad? The answer is that it varies by industry. The average cost per click to run across all industries is $2.41, but it really does depend on the industry. Google Ads uses a bidding system based on the popularity of keywords or phrases for the ads. So the keywords that are searched for the most are typically going to be more expensive. And that all relates back to the bidding system that is used. Okay, it's up. Looks like I have a question. Oh, there's a question in the question and answer. How do you cover a $456 cost with revenue of the cost? How do you cover a $456 cost with revenue of the cost? 100% profit. Not sure I really understand that question. What we're going to do at the end of, because it just might be the way it's phrased, what we're going to do at the end of the presentation is I'm going to open up the mics and then you can verbally ask me that question because I'm just not totally understanding it in the question. But I'm going to do another poll. Whoops. Let me get my next poll ready. Okay, so for this poll, now that you've gotten, now that you're more familiar with Google Ads and how they work, I'd like to get an idea of your thoughts. And again, choose the best answer. I have no interest in Google search ads. I'd like to try using Google search ads to improve my marketing. Google search ads are difficult to set up and manage. Google search ads are expensive. Google search ads don't work for me, or I have received good results with Google search ads. All right, give it a few more seconds. Getting some good response here. And I'm going to end and share the results. Well, this is good. We've got some positive. Oh, it looks like I'm sorry. Ted, you must have set this up that they could choose more than one answer, but that's okay. because, or maybe
I
not.
did. Yeah, I made it multiple choice.
Oh, you made it multiple choice.
Sorry.
That's okay. This is supposed to be the best answer, but that's okay. It still what looks good and positive here is that the majority said, I'd like to try using Google search ads, which is probably the reason you're on this webinar. And we have 3 people that said, I have received good results from Google search ads. So this is positive. This is good to know that there's no one that said that it didn't work. And there's no one that said that they have little interest, because I guess the ones that have little interest are not on the call. All right, this is good. All right, let me close this and move on. Okay, Google's advertising tools are powerful. However, they are highly complex and typically require a lot of resources and knowledge to successfully run ads. For a lot of small businesses, Google Ads might feel overwhelming. Maybe you're not sure how they work, and of course, you don't want to waste money by driving the wrong traffic. So let's move on to talk about creating, maintaining, and managing ads. So this is a first that I'm going to actually be able to do a demo. However, it's not going to be a live demo. The good news is that Constant Contact allows you to generate Google search ads right in your account. You can link your existing Google Ads account or set up a new account. You can automate the ad creation process, and artificial intelligence manages your bids and optimization. So you can maximize the time and money you spend on promoting your products, services, and business. So I will show you screenshots of how easy it is to set up Google Ads using Constant Contact that can save you a lot of time. But before I do that, could you please raise your hand if you already have a Constant Contact account? Anyone? Okay, so there's no one that already has Constant Contact. So it might be a way to persuade you. Let's see. Moving on. Okay, so after you log into your Constant Contact account, you click Campaigns, List View, and then Create. And you have a variety of campaigns. Again, as I mentioned earlier, Constant Contact is not just for email marketing. And some of the previous presentations that I did, I talked about email quick start. We talked about social media ads. And what was the other? I gave an overall digital marketing presentation, and then a holiday. So that's what I did. This is my 5th of the series. And so if you're interested in any of those previous webinars, I previously gave my email. You could request an email. So the campaign you would choose is ads. And then of the ads, you can see there's Facebook, Instagram, or ad, and then there's a lead ad, and then there's Google. Here you would enter the website that you want your ad to point to. And a tip is that if you're looking to collect new signups to your contact list, consider creating a lead generation landing page to link to your ad. So what that means is if you're trying to collect leads, don't just send them to your homepage. Send them to an actual page that you can collect those leads. And then you can click preview to see an example of what your ad will look like in both desktop and mobile views. Content is pulled from your website to fill out the ad just for the preview purposes. You can select the language of your website and then click create an ad. Now you can use the default campaign name or update the name you give your Google ad to help people, to help you find it later in your account. Don't worry, because no one else will ever see that. It'll just be in your account. Then you click continue. Enter your company name as you want it to appear in the ad, and then click continue. Focus your ad on the people that live in or are interested in the areas where your business can serve them. If your business is larger and serves multiple locations, you can target them with one ad, but don't be afraid to create multiple ads customized specifically for the audience in each location. You can enter up to 10 locations to target people who live in or are showing interest, like someone planning a vacation in your area. You can target a specific area, or you can click radius to define a radius for each location. My menu thing is in my way. Ted, you're on, can you mute yourself? Okay, as you customize your message, you can view what the ad looks like with different headlines. Previewing each variation helps ensure that your ad always has a cohesive message, no matter what version is displaying. So you fill in the 3 headline options, then enter a brief description for your ad. Content is automatically pulled from the website that you added, but you can customize if you'd like. And what's optional is you can enter your phone number. When people see your ad from a mobile device, they can click on the phone number to automatically give you a call. If you're outside of the United States, select your country right here. Select your country from the drop-down menu, and then click continue. Bear with me a moment. My control keeps getting in my way. Now, we've simplified the process for creating an ad and bidding on keywords so that you can quickly start promoting your organization to the people who are actively looking for you and maybe just don't know about you. Select the keywords you want to use. For best results, we recommend you select all the suggested keywords. You also have the option to manually add keywords. And then you click continue. To connect to Google, you need to have a Google Ads account and have a payment method set up through the Google Ads Manager. So you would click yes, I have an account, to log into your existing Google account, or click no, I need a new account, and you can create a new Google Ads account. Then you click link account. You sign into your Google account, enter your username and password, and then click next. Select allow to let Constant Contact collect reporting data even when you may be offline. And if you have multiple Google Ad accounts associated with your Google account, you have to choose which one you want to use. Your ad never exceeds what you set for your budget, but the cost of your ad fluctuates every day based on the keyword bidding process and how many people click on your ad. So you choose an amount that you want to spend per day. And you can see you can even go down as little as $5. Review your ad details and then click Start Advertising. Whoops, I missed one thing. Let me go back a slide. Publishing your ad doesn't make it go live on Google right away. It first goes through Google's ad review process to make sure it meets their content policy. And after your ad goes live, give it a little time and then check your reporting. Your reporting shows you how many people have seen your ad in their search results, how many people have clicked on it, and how much of your ad budget you've used. Now, it looks like, do I have a question that I missed? Okay. I got it. There we go. I had too many controls in my way. Now you can review your results right within Constant Contact. You can see the number of times an ad has been displayed, the number of times it's been clicked, which keywords are the most meaningful, and how much your ad costs. To gauge the success of your Google ad, you need to see the full picture. It doesn't necessarily matter how many people saw your ad, as long as they were the right people. Our reporting shows you the basics, like how many clicks you get and how much your ad costs, but also shows you which keywords are getting you the most clicks and which version of your ad is performing the best. Impressions is the number of times your ad has been shown to people in their Google search results. Clicks is the number of times that someone clicked on your ad in their search results. Click-through rate is the percentage of people that clicked on your ad based on all the people that saw the ad. Advertising cost is the total amount of your budget spent. You pay Google out of your budget each time someone clicks on your ad. Because each search is unique, and I'm sorry, I'm saying Google and my phone is thinking I'm trying to use the assistant. Where advertising cost is the total amount of your budget spent. You pay Google out of your budget each time someone clicks on your ad. Because each search is unique and uses different keywords, each click can cost different amounts because of Google's bidding process. Best performing keywords are the ones that are getting you the most clicks. And best performing ad is the version that received the most clicks. Now, if you're having good results, keep doing what you're doing. If your results aren't what you hoped, you can edit some aspects of your ad to help improve its performance, or you can disable your ad and start from scratch with a new one. You can also use the data in your reporting to help inform your next ad. For example, if you want to run a similar ad, you have a better idea of how to write your headlines and which keywords to choose so that your ad performs well. Now that you understand how to create, maintain, and manage your ads, let's move on to talk about some tips and strategies to help you create effective ads. When you start creating your ads, it's important to think about the action you want the user to take after clicking on your ad. Think about what's going to help you accomplish your goal. Maybe you want them to print out a coupon to bring to your restaurant, place an order, download a resource, schedule a consultation, or simply see the information and value you provide. You'll need to start by determining where to link your ad. You can link people back to your website, or you can link to a landing page that's very specific to what you're trying to accomplish. Your link needs to be direct to that action. It's important to note that Google uses a scoring process based on where your ad links to. The page you drive people to needs to be relevant to your ad, and the quality of the website will be considered as well. It needs to be mobile responsive and have good load times, because those types of things are factored into the score. The higher the score, the better your chances are of showing in the ads and the higher your ranking. Let's talk about some tips to think about when writing your ad copy. Try to incorporate numbers when you can. It can be either in the headline or the description text, but as long as it makes sense to your ad and content, it can help to make your ad stand out from the other ads that may show up. It's also important to incorporate a unique selling point that helps to build trust with your audience. Think about something that makes your business unique or why people choose to do business with you in the first place. Basically, something that helps you to stand out from the competition. It's important to end your ad description with a call to action. You always want to encourage people to do something after clicking on your ad. And it's important to make that action as clear and as easy as possible to complete. If you want people to call your business, you can include a click to call option so people can easily call from their mobile device. Maybe you want them to call to schedule a consultation or place an order. Make sure the text of your ad is relevant to your service or products, and the link is based on what they're actually searching for. People might be looking for information and researching what you offer and navigating specifically to your website and wanting to make a purchase. It's important to note that your ad copy needs to be brief. Your headline must be 30 characters or less, and the description must be 80 characters or less. So the real trick comes when you're trying to write effective copy and fit it all in. So don't rush through this part. Spend some time on it so you can make sure it's right for you and your audience. Once you get going, you can start to A/B test different ad copy and landing pages to help you maximize your return on investment. You can create a few different versions of your ad and determine which gets the best results. You might test out different ad copy or even landing pages and keywords. The Constant Contact Google Ad tool uses artificial intelligence in the background to optimize your ad over time by figuring out and using the best performing keywords and headline combinations to get the best results. You will be able to write 3 different headlines, and the tool will automatically generate variations of your ad to determine over time which ad performs the best. Now, your keywords are going to be how people essentially get to see your ad. Ultimately, you want to use keywords that are the most relevant to your business and what you're trying to accomplish with your ad. The position of your Google ads is based on a bidding auction that happens in the background. Each business typically bids on the most relevant keywords. So the higher the search volume is for a particular keyword or phrase, the higher the cost will essentially be. The higher the bid and better fit for those keywords helps you win a higher spot in the results. Even if other businesses bid more than you, the more relevancy you have to the search terms, you can still end up in a higher position. It's a good idea to choose a variety of keywords so you have a good selection of the terms and phrases that your target audience will be searching for. We suggest at least 40 keywords to help you generate enough traffic. At the very least, we suggest 20 keywords, but the most you have, the better. Don't just focus on the most popular keywords. Bidding and finding the right keywords can take a lot of time, but when you use Constant Contact, a lot of it is automated for you. The automated bid management and optimization will bid and choose the best performing keywords over time. The Constant Contact tool will scan your website for relevant keywords, which will save you a lot of time. You can always add more or choose not to use certain keywords that are picked up from your website. If you choose to add more keywords to trigger your ads, don't be too specific or too general. For example, if you own a food delivery business, the search term meal delivery is probably better than the term meals. Also remember that sometimes more specific keywords that apply to you can mean more traffic. However, they may not be as relevant or as good a fit for generating the traffic you want. You just want to make sure that your keywords and the landing page are closely related to the terms that a customer may be searching for. Think about the terms that your customers use when they are asking questions about your products or services. Also think about what is called long tail keywords, as they are typically less expensive. These are phrases that people might be searching for relating to your business, products, or services. And finally, you can potentially optimize your your conversion rates, focusing on those long tail keywords that can indicate a searcher who is more focused in their buying cycle, because those people are more likely to convert and make a purchase. Your ads should target based on where people are located or who have shown interest in a geographic location. If you have a physical location, use a call to action that will get people to visit your location. Consider location-based keywords for your area, city, or state, whichever are most applicable to you. Think about where your audience lives and works. Using a map radius can help you to narrow or broaden your reach of proximity to your business. Now, if your business doesn't have a physical location, think about your target audience. You will still need to target based on location, but you need to get a little creative. If you have a product that targets high-level executives, you might focus on big cities that have Fortune 500 companies. Start by testing out different states or where your type of business awareness is strongest. For example, if you don't have a physical location and sell outdoor camping equipment, you might target locations where a lot of people are very outdoorsy, such as Colorado. Including words like you and your helps your ad feel personal and can make your offer really stand out. Using ads to generate traffic to your website can improve your SEO and drive your audience to a landing page to make a purchase. You might choose to add a click to call option, which allows people to directly call you from their cell phone. Think about the value of a call from a potential customer and make sure you have enough bandwidth to answer and respond to calls. Use Google Ads to capture leads so you can further communicate with your audience later. Use a landing page to provide some information on a product or service. Ask them to download a resource, a coupon, or schedule a consultation. When you are capturing leads or email addresses, be sure to keep it simple and don't ask for too much information. You want to give them something of value. Let them know how easy it is to sign up and try to include a sense of urgency. The benefit of collecting information from your visitors is that you will always have the opportunity to influence them afterwards. Think about all the effort it takes to drive someone to your website. But what happens when they leave? If you don't have a way to get back in touch with these people, you don't have a way to further communicate and influence them. You can use Google Ads to get people to join your mailing list. You should offer something of value, a discount, a gift or resource, or ask them if they would like to receive more information from you. We suggest you have a dynamic pop-up like this one on your website to collect their email address. Then you can send a welcome email or use email automation to entice them to take action. There are a lot of options and flexibility on how you can do this. Think about the power you can have when you drive people to your website from a Google ad. You can further influence these people to come back again or even make their first purchase with you. Now you can start getting results as soon as you launch your Google ad, but it will typically take 4 to 6 weeks for your ad to reach full optimization. Top advertisers are always testing and tweaking their ads to optimize them. They're adjusting the content and text of the ad, keywords, and bids to improve results. When you're looking at the metrics for your ad, don't just focus on the clicks and impressions, but really focus on your cost per click, your conversion information, and the best performing keywords. Ultimately, you want to know if people are taking the action you want them to take to help you reach your goals. You should understand the traffic that you're getting to your website, the cost per click, and your click-through rate. The click-through rate is important because Google rewards good experiences. So if you have a good quality ad and people have a good experience when they click through, Google will eventually show your information higher in the search results. If your ad includes a click-to-call option, that will also be counted as a click. Refer to the average cost per click for your industry to see where you fall. Remember, the average cost across all industries is $2.41. Refer to what that click is worth to you in comparison to what you're selling or offering. Remember, technology and marketing is constantly changing, so you should make adjustments over time to improve your results. You might change your keywords and or add copy. Once your feet are wet, you could run A/B test with different audiences to create multiple ads for your audience to see which ad performs best. Test different ad copy, keywords, landing pages, or locations. If you're someone who has run Google Ads before without getting good results, really take into consideration that it does take time to optimize them to work. Plus, you want to make sure you're not just targeting anyone and everyone as your audience. The more relevant your ads are, the better. Now, you should have a good foundation for getting started with Google Ads. Let's recap some important aspects of creating an ad so you can be successful. Google Ads can help you get in front of people who are searching for a business like yours. Ads get a dedicated spot at the top of the results page. Understand who you're trying to reach. Creating a Google ad in Constant Contact is easy. Just provide a few pieces of information and the tool will help you to optimize the ad. Just driving people to your website isn't enough. You must influence them enough to take action by making a purchase, joining your email list, or collecting a lead. Really think about what it is you want them to do so you can be successful. Okay, time for another poll. Want to make sure you're all awake out there. And I'm almost done. Okay, this one is a multiple choice. So I'd like to know what marketing tools you all are using. I have an email marketing account, and choose, this is multiple. I have an email marketing account, I have a website, I have a Facebook or Instagram page, I have run Google, Facebook, or Instagram paid ads. I have a logo. I have an online store. Let's see where we're at. Lots of data coming in. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier too, that these polls are anonymous. So I should have said that earlier. I don't know who's saying what. Okay, got a good response. Gonna end it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And share the results. All right. 10 out of the 10 have a website. That is good news because I've done some previous webinars and they didn't even have a website. Okay, so 10 out of 10. And oh, we've got some that use Facebook and Instagram. Oh, Facebook and Instagram page. I forgot my own. But, and then Facebook, Google, Facebook, Instagram paid ads. Have a logo. Online store. Oh, and a few are using email marketing. Must be a different email marketing because I asked the question about constant contact. All right. Thank you for that. And close that. And okay. Constant Contact is a trusted partner in helping small businesses, nonprofits, and individuals work smarter. With all the tools you need to market your ideas, we make it easy to quickly and affordably build a professional brand online, attract customers, and sell more products, ultimately helping you achieve real results. Constant Contact has all the tools and tips you need to make your online marketing more effective. Whether it's creating great looking email marketing campaigns with welcome emails, list join tools, and automation, quickly and easily build an awesome website with all the essentials, run Google, Facebook, or Instagram ads to get more website traffic, find new customers on social media, or build your email marketing list. You can even manage your social media, make posts, reply, and view deep analytics to help you make the right decisions. Create a beautiful logo for your brand, or build an online store to promote your products and track inventory, even across multiple digital storefronts. Constant Contact has all the tools, features, and expert guidance to help you succeed, all in one place. And you can try it free for 60 days without entering your credit card. If you decide to keep it, there's no contract. After you sign up for your free trial, a Constant Contact marketing coach will reach out to help you. Since I am a Constant Contact certified partner, I can offer promotional discounts to encourage you to try the marketing tools. You can go to this website, DIYdigitalpromo.com, and you'll see all the different promotions. Now, this promotion, you can save 40% off any Constant Contact plan for 6 months. This special promotion ends tomorrow, Friday at midnight. So don't delay, start today. And you can also get $100 in advertising credit after you spend $25 towards your first Google search ad. Constant Contact has all the help you need when you need it. As you see, and I'm going to provide links, a whole lot of resources to back up a lot of the information that I talked about tonight. In addition to all of the resources that Constant Contact has, they also have live support. This is my last poll and my last slide, because usually my last slide, we announce the upcoming webinars, but this is the last of the webinars that I'm doing. So what I would like to know, I'm going to launch the poll. What future webinars would interest you? And this is multiple choice so that I'll know what to plan for next year. Oh, I didn't read them off. New year, new you, get online, get found, get business. Well, probably none of you may need to create a website because it looks like the majority of you have websites. And then making sense of online marketing, a simple checklist for success. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna close the poll and share the results. So Ted, I hope you're making note of this, that it looks like my next webinar we should schedule will be making sense of online marketing, a simple checklist for success.
Yeah, I've got it.
All right, and that's it for me. And I would say open the lines or unmute everyone so that they can ask any questions that they may have. I'll be happy to answer. Or you can always put it in the chat, but might as well.
Okay, I'm going to unmute the microphones.
All righty. You're welcome, Michelle. Michelle said, thank you. My pleasure. So if anyone has a question, Ted is unmuting the mics, and you just have to make sure you would unmute on your end as well. And you can raise your hand if you have a question, and if not, I know the thing I love about these Constant Contact webinars is they are packed full of information, so that so much is covered that many times I don't get questions, or people are so overwhelmed that they may not have questions. So I see that Michelle unmuted herself. Did you have a question, Michelle?
Yes, just a quick question. What's the difference between the landing page and the home page?
Okay, home page of your website is, you know, your general welcome page, welcome to my website, you know, and it doesn't have any specific relevancy, or it may not have specific relevancy to your ad. So a good example is, what kind of business do you have?
A consulting business.
For I see, consulting with attorneys, risk managers, and insurance companies. So let's say that you are specifically targeting, you're doing an ad that's specifically targeting insurance companies. So if you made the link to your ad your homepage, and someone is with an insurance company, they came to your homepage and they're seeing, oh, you're a consultant with attorneys, risk managers, you know, that may tell them, oh, well, you're not specific to my needs. But if you created a landing page, and a landing page is simply a page on your existing website, but it's going to be specific to the ad that you are promoting. So if you have the ad that you're targeting insurance agents, then it should take them to that specific landing page that is talking about what you can do for insurance agents, or insurance companies, rather. Does that make sense? You're muted. Well, I'm hoping that made sense.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, it did make sense. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, I see Dan unmuted himself. You have a question, Dan? My friend Dan? Nope. Oh, he muted himself back. Okay. Anyway, hi, Dan. Jeff, your mic is unmuted. You have a question?
Yeah. So as far as a brick and mortar store, we're a pretty solid staple in our areas, as far as we're pretty well known with contractors and stuff. But what we're trying to do is increase our online business. Of course, the southern tier of New York is not, we don't have the broad business bases like Buffalo and Rochester. So our market's a little limited here, but we have incredibly good reputation with our local customers, and we're trying to broaden that for online business. So what would your suggestions be as far as marketing in that sense? And I'll give you an example. In the last few weeks, we've received orders for, we sold some beam clamps to California. I guess he couldn't find them anywhere else. Kind of a heavy package. We sold some light fixtures that are probably hard to find to Indiana. We sold, we actually sold some like outdoor boxes for a car dealership. I don't know how that makes sense, in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
And then somewhere in so we're just getting little bits of little bites, and they're finding us. I don't know exactly how they're finding us. Even when I've emailed them, they haven't got back to me. But so just what would the strategy be to try to reach that bit? Because the electrical business is everywhere. I mean, mostly we deal with electrical contractors, but what would the strategy be to kind of get out there? I mean, we're never going to be well, I don't want to say never, but I don't think we'll ever be a Granger or any of those major places, but we'd like to.
Yeah, that's okay, because the thing is you have a niche, which means that that's how they're finding you. And in the presentation, I talked about long tail keywords. And a couple of things that I'm thinking about when you were speaking. To everyone, when you get a new customer, your opportunity to get data is when you get that order, not afterwards. So what I first tell you, Jeff, is moving forward, and what I say to everyone, always when you get an order or a new customer, ask, how did they find you? Then at that point, because that's when they're going to remember, and that's when they should be able to give you the answer. My second is so you have a website, correct?
Yes.
Do you know how to look at the analytics, or do you, of your website?
No, we have somebody else that deals with the website. Really, what I do is with our sales system, I set it up so that it populates our website automatically. And quite frankly, I'm not much of a tech person, so I'm not sure, how you go about that.
Yeah, here's the thing, that with digital marketing, online marketing, which is where this world is really going towards more than ever,
Yeah.
your all your data, I'm sorry, it's the other way around. Your orders is in your data. Back in the older days, with newspapers and phone books, you didn't have the kind of data that you have with online. So it's very important that since you aren't able to find out how those companies found you, the keywords, and if you can get the analytics of your website, that's going to be some valuable data, because to answer your question, how do you target these other companies? You have to find out what is it specifically that they're looking for, and then you can do an ad campaign to try to get more of that same type of customer.
I see.
Yeah.
I think more than anything, it's people looking for oddball uh, materials or stuff that's um, hard to get your hands on. Like right now there's kind of a run on copper, and I don't know how we would ship copper around the country, but how wire and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's mostly because we do carry a lot of industrial electrical product and stuff like that. So it's mostly the specialized, as far as what we can see from the orders that have actually come in. I don't know how they found us, but I know what they're looking for.
Well, that's what's important, and that's where the Michelle's question is. What you do now is you create specific pages that address those specific products that you carry, those unique products. And then you try out some type of ads, like try out the Google ads, and you create ads that specifically have those keywords in the ad, because you're casting a very specific net. And go ahead and cast it out there in California or wherever these other clients found you. Or if you really have that specific of a product, you can maybe even do a nationwide kind of campaign, but make it very specific for what those products are, something that that is hard to find. And a way you can test that, do your own search. Do a search for these specific products that people are finding you. And then when you do a search, you may see, wow, there isn't anyone else that carries this, or at least is easy to find.
Okay.
And that's where you cast your net.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else, or everybody's just hanging out for some good tips? All right. Well, Ted, I think this is the end of the show. I'm sorry, but we have to go.
I'm looking at the chat. I don't see any more questions there. And nothing in the question and answer area. So
yeah, because I'm not sure what the person who asked that question, they may have not hung around.
Well, you gave them your direct contact information, so that should have sufficed, I hope.
Well,
if not, they can always get back through me to you. So, all right. Well, I want to thank everyone for being with us tonight, and thank you, Arba, for again another very clear and content-filled presentation. Appreciate that. Hope everybody got something, a kernel of wisdom that they can use going forward. And you've given plenty of information about how to get in touch with you in constant contact. So as we go forward here, just to remind everyone, next week we have 3 workshops on the agenda. December 8th, Microsoft Cloud Storage Solution. December 9th, Reference USA, using Reference USA to help grow your small business. December 10th, planning and setting goals for 2021. That's with the Jacksonville SCORE chapter. And on the 16th, we close out the year with business plans. So in any event, thank you very much, Arba,
my pleasure.
For your presentation. And we look forward to having everybody join us at future sessions. Just remember our SCORE website, SCORE buffaloniagara.score.org, and you can find our workshops there on the workshops webpage. Good evening, stay healthy, and hope to see you soon.
Bye.